My job title is Access Librarian, and I work in the Academic Services team at the University Law Library in London.
I'm David Wills. I'm the librarian at the Squire Law Library at the University of Cambridge.
I work for the University of Law and I am assistant librarian there, which means I manage the library systems computer-wise.
I'm an information officer working at Sidley Austin LLP.
I'm an assistant librarian at the Honourable Society of Lincoln's Inn.
I'm a knowledge officer in a law firm here in London.
Okay, I'm the editor of Legal Information Management, the Journal of Bile, which is published by Cambridge University Press, and therefore I report to the LIM editorial board.
I'm the chair of the Awards and Bursaries Committee.
I'm on the Publications Committee and I'm one of the newsletter editors. So the newsletter is published every other month and it's my job to basically get the content together, to edit it with the other editors, send it to our typesetter and ultimately publish it for all the members to enjoy. So this can be a lot of contacting people, the committees, who will generally provide reports from their committee, looking to different libraries, perhaps seeing if they've got any articles they might want to provide. Just in general, seeing if people have an issue they might want to write about and contribute. So there's a lot of communication involved, and then the time spent putting it all together, reading through it, checking for spelling mistakes and grammar and things like that, and then publishing it onto the website for everyone to enjoy.
I'm on the Awards and Bursaries Committee, and on that committee I administer the Student Award, which is given to for a student in a CILIP or Library Association of Ireland accredited course for a substantial piece of coursework or dissertation that's on a corporate or legal information topic. I also administer the Overseas Bursaries Awards, which allow BIAL members to apply to attend the conferences abroad of our sister organisations in the US, Canada and Australia, and also the International Association of Law Librarians Conference.
I'm on the BIAL Web Committee and I help out with the JISC email list management.
I'm the chair of the Publications Committee. So as a committee, our primary thing is to publish the newsletter. So that's done on a bi-monthly basis. But we also look after things like the legal research training packs and so on. And my job is to coordinate the members of the Publications Committee, and they work very hard in gathering together all the content, editing and proofreading it. So my job is to basically overlook that process.
I think for me, it's been seeing my work going out to members. Before I was on the committee, I'd seen the newsletter being sent out every other month and enjoyed reading it. And that was as far as it went. But when I joined and I'd done my first newsletter, then there was a real feeling of pride the first time that especially colleagues had received it, and to see them reading through and enjoying the articles and getting feedback. So going to the conferences as well, where I could introduce myself as one of the newsletter editors, knowing that basically everyone there will have seen the work that I produced, and that was a very big feeling of pride.
When I joined the committee initially, I was living in Manchester, and the legal information community there is not as large as it is in London. So it was an opportunity to sort of step outside the local committee or the local community and sort of engage with other BIAL members on a kind of a more broader national basis. And also it gives you a familiarity with the various organisations around the world, because you are sometimes in contact with their conference organisers just in terms of confirming when programmes are going to be launched. So it gives you a sense of the legal information calendar worldwide, really, throughout the year.
Contributing to the profession more generally, but also to the association specifically, and also meeting people from all areas and all sectors of our legal information world.
My professional network has grown enormously, and I suddenly know a lot more people not just that work in law firms, but work in the academic sector and the chambers as well. So I think that if I had to say what the single most important thing about working in a committee it's been that.
So the most rewarding thing about being on the Awards and Bursaries Committee was probably early this year when I attended the annual conference in Brighton. At the conference I met a lot of the people that the committee awarded bursaries to, and I really realised that without these bursaries being available, these people would not have been able to attend conference at all. So it really helped reinforce to me the fact that the committee does really important work. I really enjoyed attending the awards dinner at the conference. I got to see all of the award winners receiving their award from the president of the association, and everyone was so thrilled to be up on the stage receiving recognition for their hard work throughout the year. And that was just incredibly rewarding and quite moving actually, and it was a really enjoyable experience.
Do it. But also give it some thought as to which committee you'd like to join as well. So there is a commitment involved, because it is a time commitment. There is a lot of work involved. It's very rewarding, but you've got to remember that you're going to have a proper job to do at the same time. So think about what committee you'd like to be a part of, because you need to enjoy what it is that you're going to be asked to be doing. So just give it some thought.
I would say just don't hesitate. Don't get put off by the fact that it seems as though everybody else knows each other, or that everybody else is going to know so much more than you do. That's definitely not what being on a committee is about. I think everybody has something to offer. Perhaps you have very good communication skills, or you've got web editing skills, or you enjoy writing. Whatever it is, you will have a skill that can be of use to a committee. And just don't hesitate about joining.
I think go and do it. It's one of those things that leads you further into the profession, and it allows you to contribute to the work of the association.
I think it's a really worthwhile thing to do. There's so many ways in which a person can benefit from it. You're meeting new people, really getting new skills. And you don't have to join any one particular committee. You don't have to agree to do anything that perhaps you're comfortable with. Really, you can just take a bit of time to find out, go to meetings, see what they do. And even within individual committees, there'll be different roles and responsibilities, and some you'll be suited to perhaps more than others. So take a bit of time to really find out what they do. But it's really worthwhile, and I've really enjoyed everything that I've got out of it.
That they absolutely should. I think it's very worthwhile. I think you can consider what goals you want in terms of joining a committee. If there's a skill that you want to develop. I mean, for example, the Awards and Bursaries Committee, you can join that and you develop a knowledge of the various conferences around the world and the various things that people are doing in terms of their professional development that they might apply for a bursary for. You could also, if you wanted to develop your web editing skills, there is the web committee. If you felt you wanted to develop skills in, promotions and public relations, then there's also a committee that covers that. So there's such a wide area covered by the various committees that, think about what you want to gain from it and then volunteer for that committee.
If anyone was thinking about joining any of our committees, I would advise them to just go for it and enjoy it.